Representative Orcutt, the 2024 legislative session started on January 8th. Can you tell us a little bit about its start?
Yeah, it started off pretty fast. I think this is the first time I've ever seen us actually running bills on day one. We've got bills that were held over from last year that had committee hearings, got to the floor, maybe even passed the floor. If it doesn't pass both chambers and get signed by the governor, then the bill comes back to the chamber of origin. So House bills return to the House, Senate bills return to the Senate. But normally you're hearing from both the speaker and the minority leader talking about what the session is going to look like, what their goals are for the session, doing a little bit of housekeeping, get started, and then go into committees and meetings with constituents. This year we actually started off running some of the bills from last year. So it started off at a very fast pace already. It is a short session. It only goes for 60 days. So we start on January 8th. We'll end on March 7th by midnight. And so we've only got a few weeks that we can be hearing bills in committee before we start hitting deadlines to have bills out of committee, then out of fiscal committees, then off the floor from the House of Origin. And that's to give time for the other chamber to put those bills through the exact same process. Then, while we're considering Senate bills and Senate's considering our bills, once we've passed each other's bills, then there has to be time at the end to reconcile any differences between those bills. So when you start looking at all the things we do with an end date and you kind of start backing them up, deadlines do come very, very fast.
And what are your priorities for this session?
You know, my number one priority is tax relief, finding ways that we can reduce the tax burden on ordinary citizens, trying to address some of the problems we're having with housing, try and get some of the regulations and fees out of the way so that builders can be building more housing. That's the only way the cost of housing is going to come down. It's the only way that we're going to see rents start to fall is if more people can move out of rentals into their own homes. But as long as they can't afford to move out of a rental, for their own homes, we're going to continue to see competition for those rental units. And that's what's driving the prices up.